What's up, my skibidi sigmas? Okay, sigma test tutorial. First, super bounce. Most common thing in 2.1 HappaTAS is literally go to any part that you can climb on and then jump on it and bounce. Like this.
Monkey!
Shut up, Egg. And then you go to the first climbing part on the bounce. You go back here, climbing part, the first one if you have multiple. It should be a high-speed animation. Then you just unpause, which would be a bigger bounce than normal. This is with super bounce. And this is just normal bounce. It's pretty big difference.
Lollipop!
Okay, bro. And then we have sideways bounce. You just jump on any climbable part. Go to the first climbing frame and unpause to get a super bounce for more speed. And then you turn to the direction you want to go with your super bounce and press your unpause key and shift key at the same time. And you bounce sideways. Sideways bounce.
Oh my god, poker.
You can change this by going to the frame after your sideways bounce. Like you go towards the climbable part after your sideways bounce and unpause. And then you should get another climbing frame here. Unpause on the climbing frame to make the jumping frame, and then just keep doing that.
Toilet moment.
And that generates sideways momentum. And then you have backwards bounce, which is basically the same as sideways bounce, but you just go backwards. First climbing frame, unpause, so you get super bounce, and then look backwards and unpause and shift at the same time. And then you bounce backwards. Very simple. Then you have truss jump, which is basically just ladder flicking on a truss, but faster. So you go to the first climbing frame, and then you unpause to make the jumping frame. You turn the opposite direction of the truss or ladder, it works on both, and then unpause. And then you jumped in the air. You can change this too if you just go to the climbing frame again, like face the climbing frame after the first jump you did, and unpause. You should get another climbing frame here. Go on it, unpause, so you get another jumping frame, and then you repeat the same process.
What the flip?
Not the flip.
For real. Okay.
Very simple. You can do the same on ladders here. Just go on it. First jump climbing frame, I mean. Unpause. And then you turn the opposite direction of the climbable part and unpause. You can change this too. Just after the first jump, turn the direction the climbable part is and unpause. You get a climbing frame, unpause on it, and turn the opposite direction.
This video is sponsored Raid Shadow.
Bro, shut the fuck. Shadow Legends.
Not sponsored, by the way, YouTube. Stop it.
And then you have fall momentum. Fall momentum is just jumping from a high place or falling from a high place, and that gives you more momentum, which will make your super bounce faster and better, and your animation will be way faster than normal too. Look, I jump from here now, and I super bounce, and I go into this fall. So let's say, oh, what the fuck? Let's say I had no fall momentum, and I just jumped normally. I only go this far. While when I super bounced from a high place with momentum, I went up here. So that's very good. Fall momentum just makes you go faster and further. And it gives more momentum if you want to sideways bounce, for example. Like, now you have way more sideways momentum because you start off with a faster... Your first super jump was faster, which will give you more momentum when you do a sideways bounce, which will send you sideways way further. Then you can freeze on a jumping frame too while doing it, so you go even further. And I fling here because I tilt into the part because I had so high speed. And then momentum bounce, which is just shedding sideways bounces and turning it into a actual sideways bounce. Okay, I got too much fling. Sideways bounce.
What the fuck? I just realized my time is 0.000.
Okay, bro. What the flip? Okay, so sideways bounce. Then you go to chain it. Go on the jumping frame, climbing frame. Make it a jumping frame. Then you can turn around and you go just straight sideways, or you can just normally bounce off it and you go to the direction you bounce off. You can change this, like you can bounce in different directions with this too. See, I just changed it to this direction instead of this direction because I tilted towards here and did a backwards bounce. Very simple. And then you have one frame. It's basically a sideways bouncing, but you do it on every frame instead of every 2 frames, which makes it like, it gives you more momentum because you do more sideways bounces in a short period of time. So just go through any climbable part, jump on it. Preferably jump kind of low on it so you can do it more.
My fart is not farting.
Okay, bro, what the flip? Go to your first climbing frame, where the fast animation, unpause for super jump, then you have sideways. Then on the next frame, normally you have one free fall frame in between, and then a climbing frame. But if you do another method called one framing, you will have a climbing frame here too, so you don't waste one frame of free falling, which gives you less momentum if you waste that one frame. So do a normal sideways bounce, then turn the opposite direction of the climbable part, unpause, go back to the first frame where you're like tilted to, like you're facing the other side of the climbable part, and unpause and shift at the same time. And then you should have a climbing frame here, which will in the long term just give you more momentum if you keep chaining it. So just turn opposite direction of the climbable part, then turn towards it and like not shift lock, and unpause and shift at the same time. You get a climbing frame. I have 3 climbing frame in a row here, and if I didn't do this I would have none in a row because the game won't let you have multiple climbing frames in a row for some reason when you sideways bounce, so you have to trick it. Like free falling, free fall, jumping. Jumping, free fall, climbing. Jumping, free fall, jumping.
Oh, I disconnected. Oops.
What the flip?
Hold up, I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna jump back.
That's just why one frame is better, because you can do way more sideways bounces in a shorter period of time than you do sideways bounces, normal sideways bounces, which gives you more momentum. What the flip? Please let me get this.
So silent.
So silent. Okay, so if I
It was like 2 minutes of silence.
Wait.
Okay, go on.
Power 50. So now if I would have tried to make it a super bounce and then sideways bounce, I would go upwards because I have way too much upwards momentum to sideways bounce, because sideways bouncing is sideways and not upwards. So now I have high upwards momentum instead of sideways momentum, which in some cases will make it worse run. So to remove that upwards momentum, you can go to a climbable part. Like, you bounce into a climbable part with too much upwards momentum, you go to the first climbing frame, and then you press unpause one frame and hold S at the same time. Then you're gonna remove all momentum you have and get a new normal climbing frame. You cannot super bounce on this though. And then you just unpause like this. 50. You unpause like this, and you get a normal bounce instead of having so much upwards momentum. So then you can go on making your sideways bounce chain like this. Turn opposite direction for one frame, unpause and shift at the same time. Now
As Gelix is abusing jump power.
Oh my god, banned. Then you go to the climbing frame. If you want to go lower, just go to the climbing frame, hold S, unpause one frame until you are as low as you want to be. And you just can continue doing your sideways bounce chaining instead of having to use this upwards momentum like this. Like, I have way too much upwards momentum now, so I can't sideways bounce. Then I just go upwards. So that's why you wanna do the thing. You hold S and press unpause one frame, so you get a new normal climbing frame, and you can just keep chaining your sideways bounces.
But are you doing a trust jump next?
Trust jump? No, I already did that.
Oh, okay. I'm just deaf. Okay.
Yeah, I think egg death. And then so let's do one normal sideways bounce and a one frame. Climbing, make it jumping, turn opposite direction, unpause so you go upward. Then one frame after the jumping frame, you do another one jumping frame by just one framing, and then like this. So first sideways bounce, then after sideways bounce you do one frame, then on that jumping frame turn opposite direction of the climbing part and unpause so you go upward. Then on the next frame, one frame again, climbing, then make the climbing frame a jumping frame, by the way. Then turn the opposite direction you were sideways bouncing to. I was sideways bouncing to the right, so I turn to the left, and then press unpause and shift at the same time, and then you get launched up in the air. And the height of everything will depend on how much momentum you have. No clipping. You can no clip through. The most I have done is 3 studs, but you need way more momentum. Like, you need a lot of momentum to no clip through bigger objects. So you just wanna jump on a climbable part if it's next to the thing you wanna no clip into, and then you so you first jump on the climbable part. The higher momentum you have, the easier it will be to no clip. Then you just do a sideways bounce towards it. Try getting as close as possible. Look, I am right next to the wall here, so it's gonna be very easy for me. Then you're just gonna turn the opposite direction or sideways bounce into it and freeze at the same time. Look, I clipped through. Very easy. Very simple, very easy. Just do a normal sideways bounce. Try to get as close as you can to the wall, and then you turn like against the wall and freeze and sideways bounce at the same time. And then you're gonna no clip into the wall.